Oh, there, and am I live? Yes, hello everyone. Let me just double check as always. I am on my hotspotting from my phone, so hopefully everything is doing good. We'll see if I have some viewers. Oh, yes, it looks like I'm live. Yes, volume sounds great. Yes, I know this is a very impromptu live, not a lot of notice, but it's been that kind of a show. It's been absolutely amazing, as I figured it would be. But oh my, this is why it's day 3 at Quilt Canada. And I'm doing my first Genome Canada live. It's been not crazy the last 2 days. So hello, everyone. My name is Michael Smith, the National Education Manager of Genome Canada. And yes, I am back here live at Quilt Canada in Toronto, Ontario. And I'm here to show you, I'm going to whip around and see some of the quilts of the National Juried show that everyone has been waiting to see. Whoops. And again, I have been trying to go live, but it has been so busy the last 2 days, which has been fantastic. As we figured, the first time the Quilt Canada show is here in Toronto since 2017. So it's been really, really busy. So yes, this is National Juried Show Quilts. So of course, oh, how about we start with the Dorothy McMurdy Founders Award, which is conveniently or very generously supplied by Genome Canada. So Genome has been a proud sponsor of Quilt Canada for many, many years. Look at this gorgeous ribbon. And yes, it was Sandy Similik from Burlington, Ontario, which is great. Nest is a home. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? All this red work, very old traditional technique of red work using red thread. Looks so beautiful. Look at all that little micro hand quilting. Now, you know, a number of our Genome machines have a hand look quilt stitch. There is all of Sandy's beautiful piece. Again, not a huge quilt at all. It's maybe about 2 feet by 2 feet. So more like wall hanging size, or would be great on a like grand piano. But again, all this beautiful, beautiful handwork. Now, yes, many of our Genome machines have that hand look quilt stitch. And again, sponsored by Genome. So that's wonderful. So let's go through. And this is what I love. This is definitely very Andy Warhol-esque, don't you think? It looks so cool. And I love the quilting. Straight line quilting. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can use the width of your Acufill flex foot, your even feed foot. Isn't that sweet? And yes, Cheryl Thomas was the self-portrait. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I wonder, was this sewn on a Genome machine? Let's see. Oh, and of course, we're going to be all over the place because there's quilts and inspiration everywhere. Look at some of this wearable art. Isn't that gorgeous? All beautifully quilted. All the pockets are bound. And you know, we've got the quilt binder attachment that could do all that binding in one step. In fact, I had a demo of the quilt binder attachment this afternoon. I'm doing circular attachment. So this quilted jacket by Tanis from Regina, Saskatchewan. So isn't that beautiful? So sweet. Oh, and I see she stitch regulator used. I wonder, could this have been done on the Continental M8 that has a stitch regulator, or maybe the CM17 that has a stitch regulator? Or, of course, the 9480 is also stitch regulator compatible. Isn't this gorgeous? I love more like traditional quilts is generally my style of quilting. Isn't it beautiful? All that patchwork piecing, so cute. All that wonderful texture, so beautiful. So this is the wonderful thing about going to see a quilt show. Look at all of these. I think, is this the Ohio Star? There's so many different names of all these various stars. So beautiful. Look at how tiny that little star is. Isn't that cute? A star within a star within a star. You just keep pulling back. It's so beautiful. Oh, lovely. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining me. This is so beautiful. Yes, this is my first opportunity to see. I was at the award show on Wednesday night, but my first time seeing this in person. Look at this gorgeous quilting. Now, I'm very proud to say, our Janome Quiltmaker Pro 20 and Quiltmaker 15, it's in our booth. All this beautiful feather work can be done with the Pro Stitcher computer software. So yes, you could do it free motion wise, hand guided, so beautiful. But this we can also do by machine. Oh, Darlene is from Kirkton, Ontario, Triangle Star. Isn't that gorgeous? So yes, so beautiful. All those half square triangles is so cool. I'm trying to avoid everyone. That's why I'm coming here early. So yes, look at this, how beautiful, how colorful. Again, more stars. Look at all that quilting. Wow, just amazing. All that beautiful quilting. Now I wonder if these were all paper pieced, these little triangles, little flying geese. They're so beautiful. More flying geese out here, cute little pinwheels. The quilting is just absolutely amazing. So, yes. Now, again, there are some I didn't realize either. From Ron Beddard from the States. So, isn't that cool that even our American neighbors have contributed quilts to Quilt Canada? Isn't that beautiful? And yes, all of these, ooh, little squares. Look at how perfect they are. Oh my gosh, I love it. All that precision piecing, of course, that's why we all love our Janome machines. Ooh, that flower kind of reminds me of one of our Acufill quilting flowers that is built into a number of machines. So maybe they did that with Acufill quilting. It's so beautiful. More stars, such a classic pattern. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I don't have time to go through the entire show and get everybody by name. Deborah Stone from Sault Ste. Marie. Isn't that beautiful? But yes, so many beautiful quilts. Oh, lots of applique. Look at all that applique. Now, this looks like it was all done. All this applique looks like it was done by hand, but our Janome machines have a number of applique stitches that you could do all that beautiful applique instead of that hand needle turn. You can do it all by machine as well. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh my gosh. So bright, so colorful, all that curved piecing. So beautiful. Oh, cool. Very cool interpretation of the log cabin. So isn't that awesome? And all that beautiful negative space. Look at all that quilting there. Great way to break up the negative space. And you see the log cabin quilting with the center, and then each row, gets a little bigger, just like the log cabin block, but it's all done in quilting. So isn't that cool? Oh, look at all these hexagons. Wow. Oh, look at how little they are. Isn't that amazing? To me, I wonder if this was all done by hand. Was done either by hand or probably per piecing. It is so well pieced together. Everything is just so perfect. Just amazing. I bet she did it by hand. It's just gorgeous. So really, really fun. I know in the States, there's way more quilt shows than there is in Canada. We have local quilt shows. Just a few weeks ago, I was up at Feversham, Ontario with our dealers, Threads That Bind. They had a local show, really well attended, over 100 quilts on display. So we must support our local quilt guilds. Again, this is the CQA, Canadian Quilters Association, national juried show here at Quilt Canada. Look at these tiny little beautiful pieces. Oh my gosh. And yes, look at all this. Again, more applique. Just amazing. Now this is machine applique. So yes, we can tell, and again, a number of our Janome machines have lots of applique stitches. So isn't that amazing? all done by hand. So beautiful. This is Karen, Happiness Blooms. Yes, isn't it? Indeed, very happy. So, yes, I will spin around and we'll go this way because, of course, there's more. There's more. It's so pretty. And it's wonderful to see so many different styles of quilting. I really like this pattern. To me, it reminds me of like knots from wood. But then they combined the machine quilting. Do you see all that stitching by hand? And again, a number of our Janome machines have that hand look quilt stitch. So we could do it by machine. This is so beautiful. I love the colors. So cool. And again, from all across Canada, these definitely look very graphic. Oh, I recognize this. Yes, I figured would be Bill Stearman. He is giving a talk here, a lecture. And yes, isn't that beautiful with the stitching? All the writing is all stitched out, is so beautiful. I can't even, my writing with a pen is not as beautiful as this writing with the stitches. Isn't that beautiful? The quilting is just phenomenal. So that is great. And again, so graphic, so colorful. Oh, isn't it fun? And again, ooh, circles, circles, circles. Now this is, I love the juxtaposition of quilting when you're deciding, how do I quilt something? Again, we've got straight lines of our block, our half square triangle here, but instead of trying to do straight lines, they've purposely, likely, did just all these pebbles, or again, just these lines on the bias, on the diagonal. They didn't try to follow the straight lines of the piecing. They went the opposite way. And all of them are like that. Or again, that we fill it in with the pebbles. So whenever I see a pattern that is all straight lines, I think of the exact opposite. Oh, there's another of Bill's quilts. Very beautiful. There's something wrong with the village. Isn't that sweet? Definitely, again, it's wonderful where quilting has a message. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong in the village. Yes, that's what I love, that we can use quilting through sending messages. But yes, it's always good where, again, you've got the straight lines. Think of, curved quilting, that you don't have to follow the piecing. They're so cool. Oh my gosh, yes. Carol Stanley from Oakville, Ontario, beach ball volley. Our Janome Canada headquarters is in Oakville, Ontario, and I actually went to Sheridan College in Oakville, Ontario. So how wonderful for Carol to have a show, quilt in the show. And isn't it cute, the lawn chairs? I love the shadow, like so perfect. These lawn chairs, it's something like that, my grandparents had when I was growing up. So yes, Linda Quilts Shop, so many talented quilters. I agree. Again, most are from Canada, but I was so impressed to see there's some from the States as well. So it's wonderful when, we as neighbors, Canada and the US can get along. But yeah, so beautiful. So much inspiration. So I wish I had more time here at the show just to admire all the quilts. But I thought at least this way, this gives people a little idea of what is here, and maybe one of these quilts might inspire you to do a new technique. It's great that we have classes. We have 3 classrooms here at CQA. Janome has sponsored 3 classrooms. So, and again, another good time, go to a quilt show to take a class, learn a new technique. Go to your local Janome dealer to take a class, learn a new technique. I love these, like very textural with like this yarn running through. This is from Peter Byrne. Now I know he sews on Janome. And yeah, so beautiful. Peter has won a number of awards here at CQA. Here is another of his quilts. So beautiful. I wonder where he gets all of his fabrics. Here's another of Peter's. It's just incredible. And yet another and another. He is really quite the prolific quilt maker, and I know a lot of these were made on Janome machines. So isn't that beautiful? So cool. So well done. Yes. Oh, even more. Love it. And yes, all of the stippling, could be done by free motion, or we do have this stippling background fill in our Janome uh, Acufill software. Look at these tiny little pineapple blocks, like tiny, tiny, tiny. This is about an inch finished. So each of these is about an eighth of an inch. So tiny. Oh my gosh, that's from Thelma Robbins from Ottawa, Ontario. Isn't that gorgeous? So cute. Or yes, 3D cubes. Wow. From Betty Sutherland. So tiny. But yes, it's just amazing that the Acufill quilting software is a great thing to have, a great software to have to finish your quilts yourself. It is compatible with our embroidery only machines like 500E, 550E, 550ELE. So you don't always have to have a big long arm quilting machine to finish your quilts. We've got the Acufill quilting software. Oh, it was built into the 15,000. We have it as part of the CM17. The texture of these leaves, love it. Look at all that dimension. Isn't that gorgeous? I would have no idea. Oh my gosh, Mary Mackenzie from Port Dover. I grew up in Tillsonburg, so not far from Port Dover. We used to go to the beach at Port Dover. So again, it's wonderful. There are people from all over Canada who have contributed quilts. So beautiful. And already I'm going to have to hurry because people are starting to come in. So I know I'm going to get lots of people in the way. That's why I thought I would come here a little early so I could get in and see some of the quilts before everybody gets in here. And then, of course, I'll finish with the best of show quilt. Now, this quilt, when I saw it at the awards, to me, this reminded me of the fringe flowers that we have in some of our Janome embroidery machines. They're actually textured with lots of thread. The fringe flowers that are built into some Janome machines. They're very, very fun to do. Let's see what's around. Oh, yes, there is more. Oh my gosh, everywhere I turn, there is more and more. Okay, I did go down this aisle. So I'll go down this aisle here. Again, I'm going to try not to capture anybody. But yes, I love this. Scrappy quilt is so cute. But look, little quilts. Or big quilts. Isn't that gorgeous? All pieced. Now, especially with all of these curves, this curved piecing, this is why a lot of quilters love our HP foot and HP needle plate, because of that skinny little HP foot is great for curves. You can just whip around without needing to adjust the presser foot pressure. So bright and graphic. I love it. So that HP needle plate and HP foot really works great for, of course, 1/4 inch piecing. But yes, all this circles is great to use that HP foot and HP needle plate. Again, it's a metal foot, so it just glides over the fabric that you don't really have to adjust your presser foot pressure with that foot. So it's really handy for curves. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. And Brandon Wolf is great from Toronto. The Traveler's Mandela. So gorgeous. Look at all that beading. Isn't that amazing? So cool. Now we do have a Janome beading attachment for our sergers even, as well as we have beading feet, a wide groove and a narrow groove. Now these big beads, for sure, that's not going to go in the beading foot. These beads likely would. He likely did this all by hand, but yes, we could use some of our attachments for our Janome machines to do some of this beadwork. But I personally love to see, again, there's tons of talented quilters here. I personally love to see when it's a fellow man quilting, because yes, quilting is not just for ladies. You know, us guys like quilting too. It's a great stress reliever, great relaxation. Oh, another Peter Byrne quilt. It is great, again, for expression, to send a message, you know, sort of like politically, but maybe subtly through quilting. It's just amazing how quilts have changed. They're not just the functional bed quilts that they used to be. It wasn't just, you know, quilting, I think, came about, it just, hey, I need to keep warm, so I need to sew all my scraps together. But then it was like, now it's a form of expression and creativity, and again, so beautiful. So, yes, as I'm getting up and around, I know I didn't get everything, but isn't that gorgeous? So cute. And a lot of these really look lifelike as well. Oh, yes. Speaking of lifelike, oh my gosh. Like, isn't that so gorgeous with the elephants? But then this, especially this, there, Barbara Thurston from Calgary, Alberta. Curious Luna. Like, does this not look so real? Like the reflection in the eyes. It was amazing to see this on screen, even. It was just like, oh my gosh, that's a real fox. It's just amazing. It is so cute. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm almost around to the beginning again. Oh, I love this. Birth of a New Democracy, Jordan St. James from Montreal. So, again, isn't that great? Where everybody, oh, from all across Canada. That's so cute. Yes, it is so wonderful to see such beautiful quilts. Yes, I agree. Beautiful quilts and talented artists. Amazing. It's just because, again, I'm a very traditional quilter, so my brain doesn't think like this. It does think outside the box a little bit, but I would never think about doing anything like this. So this is where I love to see the creativity. And here in the horse's mane, like, look at all that glitter. Like, even I wouldn't think, I love glitter, but I wouldn't think to do that. So I love seeing it. Or do you see like the little flowers here in the tail? It's just gorgeous. They didn't just put a piece of fabric. This is what Cher Olson, Hurry Up Slowpoke, from Surrey, BC. Yeah, again, she didn't just cut a piece of fabric. Like, she's layered little strips of fabric. It built it up. That's where you see such great dimension. And even for the little stones coming through, like the railroad track. Oh, and actually, these are real overalls, too. Oh my gosh, it's like she took child's overalls and like appliqued them, and yeah, like rolled up the cuff, and just amazing. Oh, and Sue Sherman, bad boy of the Bluffs. Sue was our winner last year, our grand prize, first prize last year. She really does amazing work. So yes, as I go around here, and then I'll get up to the front. Oh, there's another one of Sue's, Ice Bear. So cute. And then, yes, isn't this gorgeous? This is another of Sue's, Habitat Merry-Go-Round. Isn't that beautiful? I'll step way back. Yes, isn't that beautiful? Can you believe this is a quilt? Certainly doesn't look like the bed quilt that most of us are familiar with, but yes. Oh, it's actually done on netting, which is very cool too. And then all of this is all quilted. Oh, this is really cool. Again, the creativity, I'm just blown away. And I don't know where everyone gets the time as well. That's usually my trouble. I just have no time. But this is why it's so fun to come and see a big show like this. Hopefully you get inspired. You can come this way now that everyone's out of the way. Yes, with the firefighters. Yeah, so beautiful. And the lion. And then, yes, we'll go to the big, as we're getting around, where in Nefertiti, isn't she gorgeous? Like, just incredible. I love it. Oh, yes. And Galena uh, is one of our teachers. She is one of our Janome sponsored classrooms. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then, where do we have? Here we go. The best of show. Yes. It is the After the Fires by Wanda Lumsden from Chilliwack, BC. And I love it. It's more, again, a wall hanging. It's not a giant bed quilt. So this was the best of show, again, sponsored by Janome. Look at all of this beautiful applique. Now this is just raw edge applique with a straight stitch, but again, a number of our Janome machines have many applique stitches. Oh, my sister Deb is here. Lovely. All of these are masterpieces. I agree. It's just amazing. And again, my mind works pretty amazingly sometimes, but it's just, I don't have that. This kind of creativity is just amazing. So yes, and unfortunately, we know certainly all across Canada as we get in the summer, forest fires, but all the dimension, the texture, these are like 3D, so cool. So yes, after the fires, certainly hoping for no big forest fires anymore. We've had enough of them. So that in a whirlwind is the National Juried Quilt Show here at Quilt Canada 2025. Next year, the Quilt Canada will be in Winnipeg. And I've not been to Winnipeg before, so I think that will be very fun to go. I know plans are already underway. Of course, Janome is going to be there front and center, as always. And I just want to see if I can go down one more row. There were some people in the, well, I won't say in the way, but I didn't want to get them captured. So I can go down, I think, this way. So yes, next year we're going to be in Winnipeg. So hopefully we will get lots of people coming out to the show next year. And then you can see shows like this, again, either in person, to come to Quilt Canada in person. Isn't that cute? This is another Peter Byrne quilt. It's really, really cute. And again, all that big stitching is so cool. Now we do have basting stitches on our Janome machines. We could do that by machine. But yes, hopefully that by watching this video, you got all inspired, you all start making quilts, and then you can enter it into next year's National Juried Quilt Show. I love these, very like 1930s inspired scrappy quilts. And then I'll just spin this way. Ooh, yes. Amazing. This is Sparkler, Judith York from Halcombe, New Brunswick. All that beautiful quilting is just amazing. So yes, this is again just a little whirlwind sneak peek running through the show. And then hopefully you will all see us next year in Winnipeg. Would be lovely to see everybody in person. So cute. Oh, and I've got one more to show. Oh, there, my last row. Okay. Because then, yes, the show is about to open, and then I got to run back to the booth. We've been running back and forth to the classroom. We had our VIPs here from the big quilt contest that Janome Canada sponsored, where people went to their dealers to win this VIP experience of admission to the show, a $500 shopping spree. They had dinner at the CN Tower last night in Toronto, a tour of the Janome Sewing and Learning Center. So that was very fun. So there's been lots going on. And then this is the last quilt I wanted to show. Look at this. Canada's 125. I remember when we were here in 2017 for Canada's 150th. But isn't this gorgeous? This huge quilt here at the International Center in Toronto. We're right on the border of like Toronto and Mississauga in Ontario, just up the street from Pearson International Airport. So anyone who's flying in, yeah, isn't it so beautiful? Like, yes, you could totally cover every wall in your house with the quilts here in the show. I would need a whole house just for these quilts. My walls aren't big enough. I'd certainly love some of these as bed quilts, especially so bright and colorful. It's just so beautiful, like just amazing. Again, I could spend all day looking at this. But unfortunately, this is, again, just a whirlwind little tour. I got to get back to the booth as the show opens, and then soon we're going to be flooded with people. It's been a really well-attended show. People have been so excited to be here. It's been great being in the booth, and everybody comes in and asks us questions. Great time to get demos on machines. Some fabulous deals on machines, I must say, especially the classroom machines. We have 5300s in the classrooms, and they are on a special deal since, you know, they're slightly used in the classes. So we always pass on a special deal to any of the students, anyone in the booth that wants the special 5300. That's been a very popular classroom machine. We've had it at Quilt Canada the last couple of years. It's always been a very popular machine there, a perfect machine to travel with, take to a class, or many people say it's their only machine. They don't need a bigger machine. So there's lots in the booth to come see, check out. Of course, we got Quiltmaker Pro 20, Quiltmaker 15 long arm, CM17s, Continental M8, 9480 with the ASR, accurate stitch regulator. And again, I think it's about 1:30. I'm doing a demo with the circular attachment. Oh, and of course, our two new machines. I'll have to do a live from our booth. Our two new machines, the MemoryCraft 100E embroidery only machine, or the MemoryCraft 1000, which is sewing and embroidery. I was going to try to do a live to reveal the machines. It was just way too busy. And internet's not the best here. So again, I have to hotspot from my phone. But yes, we've been so busy the last couple of days, so I wasn't able to do a Facebook Live until right now. But I will try to do another one from our booth so everybody can see our booth and the machines, and you can see those two new machines close up. So thank you everyone so much for joining me, and have a fabulous day. Bye.